Hey you guys, happy Saturday. My apologies for the delay in getting this weekly live to you. Coming to you from the office actually on Saturday afternoon. And I'm really just going to speak to you for a few minutes, and I'm going to speak to you from my heart. It's been a crazy busy emotional week, and the question I have to answer for you today is, should I really see a physical therapist first when something happens with pain or injury in my body? There's definitely a time and a place when you have an obvious, apparent, emergent situation, a fracture, a fracture, where we can't help. Something more serious. But when we know we need to talk about something, it's because we have experienced something over and over, and we know that it is a message that we need to get out. And I may be preaching to the choir in here, but we need your help to spread our vision and our belief that physical therapists should be the go-to provider when pain or injury strikes, musculoskeletal injury strikes. I had a couple comments this week in the office from patients that reaffirmed the importance of talking about this. The first comment came along the lines of, as I'm saying, physical therapists should be the go-to provider. The comment back was, but I've had friends who went somewhere for physical therapy and they had 5 or 6 weeks of physical therapy, 12 visits, and that didn't help. They were worse, actually. No better or worse. And that's very difficult to hear as a physical therapist. And I will never speak poorly about another physical therapist. I have no idea the constraints under which that therapist was practicing. But I would say more often than not that if you've received physical therapy somewhere else and had a negative experience, it was not the therapist's fault. It is one of the reasons why I opened the doors of Fit for Life Physical Therapy 3 years ago, because I knew I needed to be able to treat patients the way they deserved to be treated, not the way that the employer or an insurance company or a BWC person sitting behind a desk without a physical therapy or medical degree was dictating. That is why we opened our doors here. And I know personally myself from practicing, one of my first jobs at a hospital as a PT in an outpatient setting required me to see 2 patients every 15 minutes, 2 patients every 30 minutes. I had 2 patients scheduled every half hour, meaning I got about 15 minutes with one person, and then I had to go see the other person. And then I used an assistant or an aide to do whatever intervention didn't require me and my head and my hands. If it was a Medicare patient, I got to see that person myself. I've heard worse stories of assembly line physical therapy, basically, where you may or may not see the same person twice. You may never see the physical therapist that evaluated you again until it's time for discharge. Those realities aren't the fault of the physical therapist. And it is extremely difficult for that physical therapist to provide you with a quality service, to even have the time to sit and speak with you and listen to what you're saying and have the light bulb go off in their mind about what's going on with you that may need a different plan of attack or path of action. And so I believe that if you've had physical therapy somewhere else and it didn't go well, it wasn't the fault of the physical therapist. It was the fault of the system that is failing in our healthcare industry, and that those physical therapists' hands are tied from providing the type of therapy that they could and would and should had they had a different situation or environment. So that's the first stand that I would make. And clearly you can, I feel like I'm worked up. You can clearly hear the passion and conviction in my heart, because this is how firmly I believe it. The other objection people will say is, well, how do you know what's going on? If I don't go to the doctor first, if I don't have an image first, then how do you know what you're treating? Well, let me tell you, that is our job. It is our job as physical therapists and doctors of physical therapy to understand the human body in all systems that are at play. Your primary care doctor is a jack of all trades, supposed to know a little bit about everything, and may know enough to make a referral to another provider. Maybe it's the right one, maybe it's not. Too many times in my 24 years of being a physical therapist, this week was not an exception. I have had a patient sit in front of me who has wasted valuable time and money and suffered pain and heartache, income, loss of quality of life, because they went the traditional route and waited X, Y, or Z time to get in to see their primary care doctor, who maybe ordered an x-ray, who maybe gave them some type of a medication, probably not one that's exactly going to help anyways, probably made a referral to pain management or orthopedics or somebody else. Maybe they took an x-ray, probably said that already, and the patient still has no idea what's going on, and they're still in pain and they're still not working, to months of time and money wasted, when if they would have come to a physical therapist first, meaning soon, meaning days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have all of the tools that we need. We cannot literally take an x-ray or an MRI, but our knowledge base, our skill set of testing, we can very accurately identify day one, oftentimes, what musculoskeletal structure is the problem, give you something to do to directly impact the pain, and put you on a course of control, understanding knowledge is power, so the fear goes away because you now understand what's going on and can do something about it day one. If we don't know, or if we are worried that something more serious is going on, our tests will identify that, and we will make a more accurate referral out to the appropriate provider for the right testing. I stand firm on my belief and recommendation that physical therapists should be the go-to provider that you seek when pain or injury of the musculoskeletal nature strike. Neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, knee pain, fill in the blank. You wake up in the morning and you have pain in the neck and down the arm, you call us at Fit for Life Physical Therapy. You're out running a training run and you roll your ankle, you call us the next day at Fit for Life Physical Therapy. Fill in the blanks. It can be something that happens because you are trying to stay active, or it could be something that you wake up with and you're still not sure what the cause of it is. We are the go-to providers here at Fit for Life because we have time. We have time and the knowledge and the skill set, and we listen, and we can identify early on and save you valuable time and money. And that is my mission, to spread, and I need your help because something has to change. I can only tell so many people. We need you all, especially those of you that are here that have been on the receiving end of physical therapy and what it has done for you. Please tell your friends and family. Please help us spread the word that physical therapy should be the go-to provider when pain or injury strikes. I will get off my soapbox now. I see we've had some friends join. Hi, Pam. Hi, Raven. Clearly the passion and emotion came out in me today, but I firmly believe that the message needs to get out. And so, again, preaching to the choir, we are thankful for you guys, and we value that you have entrusted your care to us in some way, shape, or form. So that is all I will have for this Saturday afternoon. Please, please, please let us know if you're coming to the open house. We are in full go in preparation. That's why I'm up here on Saturday. We had tables delivered. We've got swag. We have the Chinese auction coming. We have food and all of the preparations. There's going to be giveaways. The auction items are phenomenal. The food donations are coming in, it's going to be a very, very special night, and we look forward to sharing this beautiful space with all of you. So have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. It sounds like gale force winds and rain out there, and so I hope everybody is doing well on this weekend, and we will see you next week on our Friday Live Q&A, and hopefully next week on Friday night at our open house. I love you guys, and I'm thankful for you, and have a good weekend.